It's controlled chaos. Stomping the IE and the world on 1050 AM KCAA, NBC News Talk Radio.
Yeah. It is controlled chaos. Yes, it is controlled here today for some reason. KCAA 1050 AM, 106.5, 102.3 FM in the Inland Empire, also W4CY.com, K4HD.com. Check out the show on Radio Spaz with a Z.com, and every now and then I'll post them on iHeartRadio, iHeart.com. I'm Gary Garver. I want to apologize for yesterday. We had a little bit of technical difficulties in the station, in the studio, at the studio here in Encino. So anyways, I am live again. Yes, I am live, and I hope you enjoyed my rant on Trump after the election yesterday. I played actually, I got a great friend of mine on the show today. Known him for many, many years. We worked at KLSX together for a few years until I split. And you're still in the radio business at a major radio market. And you also got a band. It's Cal Saul. Cal, thank you for coming on the show.
Hey, thanks for having me on, Gary. It's great to see you, man.
I know it's been a long time, man.
Oh, yeah. Last time I saw you, you were in that... You were in this office right next to a strip bar, and you had like you had the whole building. It wasn't just an office; it was like a 3-story thing, and there was a stripper pole in there, and you had a production studio. I mean, it was nice.
Rolling.
It was cool.
Yeah, it was. I think that was like back in 2010, 2011. You're talking about Escape TV when me and Dr. Peter Chesky, basically Dr. Peter Chesky was a plastic surgeon and was a multimillionaire. And he had a 4-story building right there on a Cotner. It was basically Santa Monica and Olympic right there off of Sepulveda. And, we were creating an internet TV. We were like one of the first ones to actually create an internet TV type thing. We were trying to have shows on the internet and stuff like that back in 2008, 2009. And did you play on that show? Did you just come down? Or I don't even remember, man. It's so long ago. So many things have happened.
No, we never played on that show.
You never played on that show. Cal has a band called Uncle Virus that's playing down at the Sugar Mill on Saturday. Whose birthday is it?
It is Jerry DeLuca's birthday. Jerry, we call him the Pink Mamba.
The Pink Mamba.
He's our drummer, and he's having a birthday, and we're gonna party down.
All right, Sugar Mill in Tarzana. I'll be down there. It's one of my old haunting grounds. Growing up in Tarzana, the Sugar Mill's been there 100 years, so they have a really good music there. They have bands every, I think, Friday and Saturday there.
Yeah, they have great bands. It's a small place, but some really, really good acts show up at that place. Slash played over there,
yeah.
And Joe Bonamassa. You go in that place and you don't know who you're going to see playing.
No, it's really cool. It's a great place. Like I said, it's nice. It's right there on Reseda and Ventura. So I remember that many years ago. But anyways, me and Cal go way back. Cal does sales. You still do sales for a major radio station.
I do.
We won't talk about the station, though. I know we are reminiscent about all the people that are still working with you that I knew.
Yeah.
It sort of blows my mind, that it's sort of a fraternity. Radio is really a fraternity.
It is.
But I've been exiled, but that's okay.
People still love you.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah.
There's a big giant thing, and you worked at the, you work for the best. You work for Howard, and
yeah,
once people leave Howard, I don't know what happens, but you never see them again.
It's weird, isn't it? It's sort of strange. It's crazy. I mean, I worked at the KLSX for literally 18 years. I started back in 1988 there, left in 2006. My whole radio career was based on that station. It was a great run. I mean, from doing promotions there. I started out doing promotions and producing the midday show for Shauna, God rest her soul. Remember Shauna?
Oh, yeah.
God rest her soul. And then it turned into the Howard Stern, producing the Howard Stern show and doing interviews for Howard and being on the air. And it was a great run. I was a rock DJ. I was a rock DJ there, Scary Gary. I mean, it was fantastic. And, Yeah, in 2006, I just basically. Is that your phone, brother?
Okay. There's some bull crap on my phone. It's not even on my alarm, but it goes off anyway. It's like possessed.
It's possessed.
Yeah.
But me and you, it's cool. I mean, I left in 2006 when Howard split for Sirius, and I wanted to venture out and do other things too. I was ready to leave. I was sort of worn out from the whole thing. And, the crazy thing about radio, and I'm sure you can talk about this too, is that, your friends get blown out a lot. Things just completely change in an instant, whether you have a new program director or general manager, stuff like that. And when the station went from a rock station, I mean, I grew up with these guys at KLSX. It was a classic rock station, 97.1 FM. And I grew up with Jim Ladd and Shauna and Dion and all these cats. I mean, Joe Riley and Bob Coburn and all these, Cynthia Fox, all these great rock DJs passed through there. And I got to work with them. And it was unbelievable. And it was like a fraternity. I felt like, wow, I'm part of this great fraternity because I grew up listening to these cats in Los Angeles. And then all of a sudden, when it went to FM Talk and they blew everybody out, and I was like the only one left standing on the FM side, it really soured me on the radio business for a long, long time. It really hurt me, to tell you the truth, to see all my friends getting blown out. And I never really recovered from that. I mean, because it seemed like with the talk station, and it was a successful talk station. I mean, we had Tom Likas and Frosty, Heidi, and Frank, and who else do we had a bunch of different people on there, right?
Oh, yeah, Tim Conway Jr.
Oh, yeah, Tim Conway Jr. I mean, there was a lot of that people that still work in these, I know Tim works at KFI, and Frosty, Heidi, and Frank works at KLOS and things like that. Tom's doing his own thing. And it just was weird. We were just on we were on islands instead of being we were one fraternity with the rock station, and then we became on different islands. I was on I always felt like I was on Howard Stern Island, and everybody else was. And there was bickering between Likas and Frosty, Heidi, and Frank. I just remember all this stuff. I mean, it's coming to the top of my head right now. It was just sort of disappointing to me a little bit. I just never felt the vibe and the energy of being a team. And I think it's very important to be successful. You have to be a team, and you have to be on the same page. And it just sort of bummed me out. And I haven't been back on the air in Los Angeles since since 2006. But that's okay. It's all good, man.
Well, you're back, and the station that you're on is a cool station, and you're podcasted. So. I mean, you're right. And you have a great setup over here, by the way.
Well, thank you.
I mean, this is a cool studio. Just for nobody can see because it's not TV, but he's got this awesome mural over here.
Right. Well, my
planetary explosions and stuff.
Right. My recently I shouldn't call it divorce, but breakup. I just broke up with a girl that did this stuff. So every time I walk in here, I'm like, wow, it's so beautiful. It's such nice memories of her. And I'm like, wow, I got to live with this the rest of my life. It's all good. But listen, Cal, you're going to be, I want to go back to the reminiscing about the KLSX days and working with that, because you did a lot of stuff with the Howard Stern show.
I did. Yeah.
I mean, and you remember those days. And I want to ask you about, what the difference is now between radio then and radio now, if it's changed and things like that. We can't really get into the people that we worked with and stuff like that. Because I mean, listen, I have no ill will towards anybody. I mean, I just don't. It's been so long, and I never did. But it is hurtful that certain things did transpire during that period where I left the station and basically I felt like I was blackballed or exiled from LA radio after working in it for 20 years and producing the #1 morning show and having a successful talk show with Sam Phillips, The Single Life. I mean, that was a popular show. I was on TV with Howard and things like that, and the radio show. But ever since then, it's like you said, people disappear after you leave the Howard Stern show. What is it? What do you think that is?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a curse or there's something else going on.
I think it's both. I think it's both. I think it's a curse and something else is going on. But anyways, I'm here with Cal Saul. Great seeing you, brother. Great seeing you, man. I love it. And we'll be back with more chaos. We'll talk about the old KLSX days and the Howard Stern show. And also we're going to play some of your music, Uncle Virus, and find out where we get your music. Uncle Virus. Check it out. I listen to some of it. I dig it, man. It's that hard rock. All right, it is Control Chaos. We'll be back with more chaos right after this.
Controlled chaos. NBC Talk Radio, KCAA 1050 AM.
I'm Jim O'Hare. I'm here to help raise awareness for CADASIL, a genetic disorder that affects 1 in 25,000 people. CADASIL can cause strokes in young adults, leading to memory loss and dementia. Patients may experience migraines with aura and mood disorders as early as 20 years old. Presently, CADASIL is being underdiagnosed and often misdiagnosed as MS or some other neurological disorder. So please visit curecadasil.org and learn more about this devastating disease and learn what you can do to help find a cure.
Are you having trouble getting a good night's sleep? Is it affecting your work and personal life? Do you snore so loud that you rattle the walls? Well, South Pacific Sleep Lab can help you out. South Pacific Sleep Lab will provide you with a personal sleep study to help you find out how to get a great night of rest. Snoring, weight gain, health issues, and stress are some of the contributing factors for lack of sleep. South Pacific Sleep Lab will do a complete study, including evaluating you with an overnight study of your sleep patterns. With locations in Glendora, Anaheim, Encino, and Los Angeles, South Pacific Sleep Lab can provide you with the help you need 24 hours a day, 7 days a week by calling 310-999-1887 to schedule an appointment today. That's 310-999-1887. Start resting easy and sleeping sound today.
A superior nutritional supplement called Arbor Vitae has taken Australia by storm, and it's now available in the U.S. Arbor Vitae contains a unique combination of maritime pine bark, aloe vera, honey, and an enzyme from papaya seeds. This potent supplement was developed to impact inflammation in the human body. Arbor Vitae helps blood circulation and respiratory function. Its anti-inflammatory properties can also relieve minor muscle and joint pain. To order, log on to ARBORVITAEUS.com or phone 1-800-570-0433 and enter code KCAA at checkout to receive a 10% discount. Arbor Vitae is Mother Nature's helping hand. Order this unique supplement now. Call 1-800-570-0433 and mention that you heard it on KCAA to get a 10% discount.
This is Gary Garver, and I've written a book called Radio Blows. It's all about my career in the radio business, my time with the Howard Stern Show, and celebrity interviews, my top 10 cool celebrities and my top 10 uncool celebrities. Here's a sample of a couple cool ones and a couple uncool ones.
Make a citizen's arrest on me?
Yeah, I'm gonna take this stuff here.
Yeah?
All right, I'm holding you. Call,
Yeah.
get the marshal.
Get the
see.
marshal?
We'll see who's wrong. We'll see
You
who's
gonna get the
wrong.
marshal right now?
We'll see who's wrong.
Are you one of the scary morning people who are going to ask horrible things? You got that look. Are you?
Do I have that look?
You do. You got the look like, watch me do something I would have in second grade.
If you're forced into gay sex, who would you choose?
I don't get forced into anything.
Thanks a lot, Jack.
If you're on a desert island and you had a choice of making love to Pamela Lee or Janet Reno, who would you choose?
That's a question I don't want to answer because my wife might be listening to the show.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Okay, Radio Blows, available now on Amazon, Amazon.com, and Kindle. Radio Blows. If you want to get in the radio business or find out the inner workings of radio, it's a must-read book.
Hey, Bruce.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Can I ask you a couple questions for CBS Radio?
No.
Would you become a Scientologist if you thought it would help your career?
No.
What do you think of interracial dating?
Today, it's certainly a lot more accepted than it was when I was a young person. And I think probably the next generation past what's happening right now will probably be more acceptable. So I think you're going to see more of it in the future, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why are there so many gays in Hollywood?
Because I think a lot of gay people are very creative, very hardworking, have a lot of talents in a lot of areas. And a lot of times that relates to coming to Hollywood, working in this community. And I think it's also a community that is accepting of them. So I think there's a lot of reasons, yeah.
Do you ever fart in your own hand and smell it?
Never.
Thanks a lot, Bruce.
Controlled chaos. 1050 AM KCAA.
The man that Howard Stern fired and said he would never work in radio again. That's right. It's the second coming of Gary Garver.
All right, it is Controlled Chaos. Yes, that was Bruce / Caitlyn Jenner. Cal.
That was awesome.
Yeah, yes. Oh, by the way, this is Controlled Chaos on KCAA. It's National Margarita Day today, Cal. So we got to have a margarita. I'm I'm going to have
Let's
one.
celebrate. Let's do it.
We are. I'm going to have one right after my shoot today. I have to shoot the Judge Herb Dodell. By the way, Judge Herb Dodell's show, For the People with Judge Herb Dodell, is on Mondays at 4 p.m. And Family, Faith, and Finance show is moving from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. here on KCAA starting on Monday. Yeah, it's National Margarita Day. I'm here with Cal Saul, an old friend of mine that we worked with, where I worked with at KLSX for a few years. You started, what, in 2000?
2000, yeah. Yeah, the Wild West of radio.
It
days.
was the Wild West of radio, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, those were the best days, man, with the Howard Stern days. And my favorite times with the Stern shows, and I'm sure one of the things that you love doing is going to Vegas for the Hard Rock shows.
Oh, those were amazing.
Right?
Yeah.
You felt like a rock star there, right?
I mean, that everything was so alive back then, and it was, like I said, it was the Wild Rip West. It was like a big party. It was like nowadays it's different.
Is that your phone again, man?
I gotta get rid of this.
Well, either that or shut it off. It's a live show, but yeah, I mean, every time Howard used to do his shows, he'd go like once a year down to the Hard Rock Hotel in Vegas and do like a week's worth of shows and take over basically the whole Howard Stern nation would take over the Hard Rock Hotel in Las Vegas. And, of course, me being a part of the show and you being a part of the radio station, we sort of had access to parties and hanging out and things like that. And I would walk through the Hard Rock, and I felt like a friggin' rock star. Like, they'd be shouting at me and wanting to take pictures, and hot chicks would take down their tops. And, it was just crazy.
That's the way it was for you, especially because you were part of the talent.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It was, and I'm sure, but you still enjoyed the benefits.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm sure,
and there were some good times. The funnest things also were the Playboy matching parties.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about those Playboy matching parties. They were fantastic.
You forget?
Well, I mean, I got blackballed there, too. By Chesky, by the way.
Oh, really?
I know nobody really knows this story, but yeah, Chesky, Peter Chesky, who I worked with and created this Escape.tv. Yeah, I used to go to the Playboy Mansion like every couple weeks. I mean, I had an in there, man. I used to know the PR person for Hefner, Hugh Hefner, his personal PR guy, Rob Hilgenberger. And lo and behold, I had like 3 credentials one time to go up there, and Chesky wanted to go. And he's like, "Oh, I'm going to go up anyways. I'm Peter Chesky." He's old Mr. Bravado, multimillionaire dude. He's just like that, right?
Right.
And lo and behold, we were up there, and one of my friends came up to me and says, Chesky's getting kicked out, man. Chesky's getting kicked out by security. And I'm like, what? What? So anyways, I see him being dragged down, because they shuttle you up there, right, in a caravan. Of course, you know that.
Right.
And now who's calling me? Oh, my God. Why are you calling me? Hey, dude, I love the I'm doing my live show, Joaquin. I'll call you later, okay? I'm on live right now, okay?
Were you going to interview Audrey LaBelle?
I don't know. I'll call you after the show. Yeah, I will later today. I mean, I'll call you this morning, okay, after the show, okay? All right, thank you. I do this on the show. I don't care. It's my show. I can do whatever I want. I don't have any like a corporate world. Like you work for the corporate world, right?
Oh yeah, I'm there now. Yeah.
Okay, I work for an independent station, so
it's cool. It's pretty cool.
I can do whatever I want. Okay, basically, I can't swear or anything like that. But let me get back to the Chesky story. So, anyways, I see him walking down, and security's got him, and he's got a big stain, like a big wine stain on his shirt, and he's screaming at him, and he's like, "Don't touch me! I'm going to sue the Playboy. I'm going to sue Hugh Hefner and Playboy. You know how much these hands are worth? They're worth millions of dollars. And I literally had to grab him. He was about 6'3". I literally had to grab him by the waist and throw him into the van. And guess what? Bye-bye, Gary. You're done. I mean, from being like gold in there to being done. So anyways, they do have a blacklist there. So
it's different people now, though, but it's completely different. It's not like it was. I think if you want to have a bar mitzvah there or something, you could do that. They're just kind of using it as a venue.
You could have a bar. Oh man, what a bar mitzvah that would be at the play. Hey man, come on. I would go to listen. I would go to Hebrew school for that.
Right. That's the way I'd want to become a man. Right.
I'll tell you, I would go to Hebrew school for that. If they said if my parents would say, hey, you can have your bar mitzvah at the Playboy Mansion. Do you want to have your bar mitzvah at the Playboy Mansion or play ball? Because I had that. I actually had my mom and my mom basically and my dad said, would you want to go to Hebrew school and be bar mitzvah, or would you rather play sports? And I said sports. I don't want to sit through Hebrew school. I saw my friends going through it. I'm like, I don't want to go through that crap. You know what I mean? But then again, I screwed up because you get paid thousands of dollars,
You
right?
get money, yeah. You get bank for that.
You get bank for it, right? And I don't know. I didn't care. I never did care about money that much. Maybe I should have. Anyways, yeah. So basically, I got thrown out of there, and that was sort of a bummer. But yeah, the parties were fantastic. You still have those now, or do you still do those?
No, they actually, the station that I'm at right now used to do them. We did a few of them, and that was fun. But no, they're not about that anymore. They're just more about other stuff.
The bottom line, the bottom dollar.
Bottom line is they're about doing really good programming. They're doing a great job. I mean, it's an amazing place, and it's run more like a machine. There's a science to it than it used to be in the old days, where it was just kind of just having fun and flying by the seat of your pants
and throwing anybody on the air, basically. So they actually do. Because I mean, back in the day when we worked at KLSX, I remember like Ed Powers on the show, and Ed Powers, you don't know who he is. He did he's a porn guy and did these things, dirty debutantes, and and all this. And I mean, basically, they would have almost anybody come on the radio show or the radio station as long as you could pay them, right?
Right. Well, we had Jeffrey Martini, who was like the king of sponsored programming. I don't know if you remember that guy, but he basically he found all these strange guys. He found a bald show, a show for guys who are balding, and all they did was talk about
being bald,
and then they'd get all these sponsors in, like these hair transplant places,
hair restoration,
and magic pills, and all that stuff.
It's crazy. So they actually do pride themselves in having good programming.
Now they do.
Now they do. The station you're working for now does.
Yeah,
that's cool, man. What do you think's been the major change from the days that we worked at KLSX and stuff like that, where it was the Wild West, and now? Is it more corporate now? Do you have to? I mean, I'd be almost afraid of. I mean, back in the day, you could talk to the sales girls and stuff like that, or you'd have fun with them. You know what I mean? I mean, you wouldn't grab their asses or anything like that, but you'd be able to. Well, I mean, I would, and I never.
Or they might have grabbed yours.
Well, every now and then. But anyways, the bottom line is that it's so scary nowadays, right? Do you ever worry about that? I mean, you're married, you have 5 kids, and you have a grandkid. I can't even believe you have a grandkid.
Yeah.
You're about my age or younger. So, what's the vibe down there like? Is it very cautious now?
No, it's like working anywhere else. If you're working at any company, I just basically keep to myself and do what I need to do, and I kind of like march to the beat of my own drummer a little bit, but really I'm just there to provide for my family, and it's a cool place. It's good music there, and I'd rather be there than working at some other stiff job.
Yeah, no, I dig it, and that's why I love radio. It's like that's what attracted me to it. I mean, that you had the freedom to do a lot of things, you had fun doing it. I always thought radio was fun.
Yeah, it's still fun.
Yeah, I dig it. Well, I'm having fun here.
It's just not a crazy party like it used to be.
That's what I'm asking you. It was out of control. I mean, I remember back in the day. I mean, we were doing blow off the turntables. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, when I first started, I didn't really know anything about this, and there's some big client party, and I walk in the bathroom, and they had like lines lined up just for clients to go in there and do that. I mean, that was the old days,
No, I'm telling you. I mean, I remember it was like the jocks. I mean, we would party all night long and hang out and drink and get loaded, and it was crazy. That's what I'm asking. I mean, you couldn't do that nowadays. Like a rock jock or a host couldn't go in there and have a line of coke or smoke some weed in there. I remember smoking my first joint with Jim Ladd. I mean, one of my highlights of my career was first Jim Ladd announcing me on the air as Scary Gary. And the other thing was smoking a joint. He used to grow his own weed. He probably still grows his own weed. But he said, "Hey, Gary, you want to smoke a joint?" I'm like, "Yeah, with Jim Ladd? Hell yeah." I mean, we did it right in the studio, I mean, you couldn't do that nowadays, right?
No.
Right? That wouldn't happen.
That's like I said, it's working at any other company pretty much.
Well, I mean, that's
except they're producing the cool product.
Yeah, but I dig. I mean, it's more corporate then. It's more like official. You got to be very careful about, like you said, the Wild West. It was the Wild West back in the day. It was very cool. It was very free-flowing, free spirit, and now it's sort of more.
It's like going to work.
It's like going to work. Yeah. It's like going to a job. I dig it. All right. Well, listen. Let's take a break, and then I want to play some of your music. And you're going to be at the. I'm going to go. This is the Sugar Mill. You're going to be at the Sugar Mill in Tarzana Saturday night. And if somebody wants to find your music, Uncle Virus, where do they go? Oh, hold on. You know what? Before we take a break, go ahead. Tell me.
You can go. Check out our Facebook page, and there's all kinds of links on that. It's Uncle Virus. You can find us on Facebook. So just go to Facebook, look up Uncle Virus.
Uncle Virus. Okay, cool. Hey, listen, I think we'll just shine the break. I've got a great guest on. They have a great event, annual event every year to support Planned Parenthood. It's the Planned Parenthood Food Fair, and I got the Senior Public Affairs Director, Dinah Stevens, on the phone. Dinah, how are you?
I'm good, Gary. How are you?
Thank you for calling in, and your food fair, your annual food fair, which is fantastic. I mean, you have so many vendors there. You have like 150 vendors. It happens at the Barker Hangar in Santa Monica. How long has this been going on now, Dinah?
So Food Fair started in 1979, and it actually started as a small cooking demonstration performed by none other than Julia Child. And so today that's grown into our largest fundraising event of the year, and hundreds of women, volunteers, actually work together to pull it off. So it's quite a feat that's been going for many, many years.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Last year you guys raised over $1.2 million for Planned Parenthood Los Angeles, which is fantastic. And I love it. I go there. I've been going the last couple of years because you're so cordial to invite me, a nutcase like me, over there. But it's beautiful. The food is fantastic. I mean, these cats. I mean, where do you find these guys? They come to you? You go to them? How does it all work?
Yeah, we're so lucky to have such strong support in the community. So, for example, the chef we're honoring this year, Chris Phelps of Salt Cure, he's really been a volunteer working at this event for 8 years, donating his time and resources. And so we're thrilled to be honoring him. And we have hundreds of other restaurants participating. Chefs we've honored in the past who will likely be there again include Dan Goen and Mary Sue Milliken and Susan Feniger and Jenny Rush and Joe Miller. So it's a whole list of great prestigious chefs that are willing to support Planned Parenthood by donating their time at this event.
I love it. And you also have beer and wine, which I love too. You have a lot of beer vendors and wine. So
we do. There's 2 sessions. There's a daytime session that runs from 11 to 1 and an evening session that starts at 5:30. And there's certainly more libations in the evening session.
Yes, there is. I'll be doing my libations in the evening session this year. But, and Planned Parenthood, I mean, I know you guys have taken a lot of heat over the years and things like that, and it's all associated supposedly with abortions and things. It's so far from the truth that what Planned Parenthood does. That's just a small minuscule thing of what you guys actually provide for the community of Los Angeles and the surrounding communities throughout the country. Also, tell us a little bit about what Planned Parenthood really is about, instead of what these a-hole conservative right-wing cats project.
Yeah, happy to set the record straight.
Thank you.
Planned Parenthood is a healthcare provider. So when you visit us, it looks just like any other healthcare provider. We have health centers across the nation, and just here in Los Angeles, we serve 250,000 patient visits every single year. So a lot of people coming to us for their healthcare needs. And we do reproductive health care. Most of our patients are women, but we do see about 10% of our patients are men these days. And people are coming to us for birth control, all types of birth control. They come to us for STD testing and treatment. They come to us for cancer screenings. We do breast, cervical, and testicular cancer screenings, urinary tract infections, everything you can think of related to reproductive health. And while it's absolutely true that over 90% of the services that we provide are preventive care, both in LA and across the country, we also do provide safe, legal abortion. And we stand proudly behind that service because it's really important to us to be there for women who need it and be able to turn to a safe, compassionate environment to offer that.
Amen. And I have to say that many, many years ago, back in 1990, I actually and listen, I'm going to be honest about this because it still bugs me to this day a bit. This is very deep in my heart to this day, and probably till the day I die, is that I got my girlfriend pregnant, and we decided not to have the child, which I regret to this day, to tell you the truth. But it was my choice to make and her choice, and I used Planned Parenthood. We used Planned Parenthood back in 1989, and it provided a great service. And this is the thing is, and this is what I don't understand with people, you know what I mean, is that you got to judge somebody else for what they do in their lives. Like, oh, I can't believe you're doing this. Yeah, how dare you? You're going to hell and you're going to the devil and blah, blah, blah. You know what? It's your choice to make. Now, I made it back in 1989 because I was just starting my radio career. I wasn't ready to have a kid. I thought if I had a kid, I'd probably go be digging ditches or painting houses or doing whatever I was going to do. But I was just on the cusp of doing my radio career, and I wasn't ready to have a kid yet. And, you know, and to this day, and to be honest with you, Dinah, I sort of regret that decision. I've never had a child. I love kids. I've helped raise some kids via my girlfriends and things like that. And but that's my choice, and I don't understand why people have to come down on you know, what you guys do, because you do provide a service for people that make decisions like this. But it's their decision. Planned Parenthood is not forcing people to go have abortions, okay? And I don't get the judgment of, and this is what's wrong with our society in a whole, is that we judge each other for our thoughts and what we do and how our thought process and what we do in life. It's nobody's right to judge anybody else for what they decide to do in their life. And they may regret it the rest of their lives, like I sort of regret that decision, you know?
Yeah, I think what we learn every single day is over and over and over again is that these decisions are so personal and so complicated, and we aren't in each other's shoes, and so neither certainly not politicians should be the ones calling the shots, but that those choices should really be between a woman, her family, her doctor, her faith, and we really have no idea what's going on in her life and why she may choose to make whatever decision she makes. So we as Planned Parenthood are really honored to have been around for more than 100 years now. We've been in LA for 51 years. Providing that kind of care and helping women to have a safe environment to make those decisions in.
Amen. Amen. I agree with you 100%. And like I said, I'm just so sick of everybody judging each other and saying, you know, especially with our environment nowadays, you know what I mean? We're just so far, you know, apart from each other. And then you're like, oh, I can't believe you did this. I can't believe you voted for this. I can't believe you think about this. You know what? That's your decision. And we got to start respecting each other's thoughts and decisions and how we think and try to understand that person's point of view and why they think that. You don't know what's going on in somebody's life and what's happening at that point or what happened to them and they feel this way about a certain subject matter or whatever. You know, I mean, look what happened just recently with these school shootings. I mean, these people would have never thought about doing any of this activism, and then all of a sudden it touched their heart, and now they're going to be full-blown trying to get gun regulations, things like that. So it's just sort of strange, and I think you guys just do a fantastic job, and God bless you. And I you know what, you're not doing anything wrong. It's the people that think you're doing something wrong that are thinking wrong. So I just want to lay that down. I wasn't sure about talking about this because it's a very hard subject for me to talk about, you know, but I just want to bring that up, and I think you guys do a fantastic job. Well, I'm looking forward to, forget all this crapola. I'm thinking about eating, and it's happening this.
Well, good.
What a transition,
Thanks for sharing. I think it's important to share these kinds of stories and to be able to hear each other and respect each other's experiences. So thank you for sharing that so publicly, and I'm glad we were there for you at one point in your life.
You were.
And we will certainly be there for you at Food Fair as well.
Thank you so much.
We're excited about it. We have hundreds of, you know, the best of LA's chefs and restaurateurs, and we can't wait to celebrate food and Planned Parenthood and Women's Health on March 1st.
Amen. I dig it, baby. I dig it. Okay, it's March 1st. It's a week from today, March 1st. It's happening at the Barker Hangar in Santa Monica. It's the food fair for Planned Parenthood Los Angeles. If you want information, the number is 213-284-3300, 213-284-3300, or how else can they get a hold of you, Dinah?
There is a website specifically for Food Fair, so feel free to visit PPLA-Food-Fair, that's FARE.org.
Well, thank you so much, and I appreciate you inviting me again. And I'm gonna go on a fast for like about 2 days. I'm just gonna smoke.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna smoke weed and drink wine, and then I'll be ready to eat. Okay.
Like Thanksgiving, you really got to gear up for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna gear up for it. Exactly right. Listen, thank you so much. God bless you guys. You're doing great work, and screw the rest of them.
Gary.
You know what I mean? All right, take care. All right,
See you on March 1st.
Thank you, honey. Appreciate
Bye.
it. Bye-bye. All right, that's Dinah Stevens from Planned Parenthood. The food fair is happening March 1st, a week from Thursday, week from today, at the Barker Hangar in Los Angeles. You can go on their website, Planned Parenthood Food Fair, or call them at 213-284-3300. Okay, Cal, sorry we got so heavy with you, man, but, I had to deal with that.
No, it's good, man. I love seeing you being passionate, dude. You're just being you. It's awesome.
I'm being me. I'm me being me. All right, let's play some of your music. Okay, I got this. What's this called? Speaking of, this is called Virgin Bride. Sorry, it's a weird transition again, but it is what it is. Okay, what's the song about? Virgin Bride. It's about a virgin who's a bride, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of it's got a lot to do with male frustration and it comes out in a really dark way.
Oh, great! Thank you, brother. All right, all right. This is Uncle Virus. They're going to be at the Sugar Mill, right?
Maui Sugar Mill in Tarzana.
The Maui Sugar Mill, great location. One of my old stomping grounds in Tarzana. It's happening Saturday. You're going to be there Saturday?
We will be there Saturday at 11:30. So what's cool about it is you can go out to dinner and do all your early Saturday night stuff, and then go by the Maui Sugar Mill at 11:30 and party down and rock out and slam your head against the table and do all kinds of crazy stuff and drink.
All right,
and it's Jerry's birthday of the drummer, so we're really going to be celebrating.
I hope I can stay up that late to come down. I'm getting old on Saul. It's not like the old days. You know what I mean? It's not like the old days where I could go out and party. I'll be there. I promise you, I'll be there. All right. This is Uncle Virus, Cal Saul. Runaway, a virgin bride.
Your shoulder, see the mystery in my eyes. Your confidence begins to crumble. Silence means that you rise. As I approach you, turn the corner, but you know you cannot hide. Our lost companies are hidden out. Man, you're such a lie. Science is my will upon you, Jack. But will you will abide? Now the time has come for you to be my virgin bride. My virgin bride. My virgin bride. My virgin bride. I do remember when you something my disasters of that flesh. How you left it on my blood to burn out in my lower self. Not your vision and delusions and illusionary bliss. Told me just to exercise my love and get your head. Never let you do this. Before emotions were flowing, once upon a time when we both were free. 8 years ago before I got a number growing, once upon a time when you trusted me. My brain is growing in the sewer of a mistake. Little game, the more you know that you can alter me. The more I go insane, have no patience for the message you lifted on my brain. Now the time has come, and you should feel my pain. Virgin bride, my virgin bride, my virgin bride, my virgin bride. And you will be my virgin bride, 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 my virgin bride.
All right, Virgin Bride, Uncle Virus, Is this on like iTunes or anything? Where can people find your music, brother?
You can find links to it on our Facebook page.
Cal.
Yeah.
Why don't you have any of this stuff on like Spotify or iTunes or anything like that?
Yeah, we're working on that right now. I have a whole new lineup, and we're all bikers. We're all motorcycle riders. We ride every day.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Really?
And it's these guys that I'm playing with now. I had a great lineup before. We went through lots of different changes. Awesome people in the past. But what I like about these guys is they're all really seasoned musicians. They've all been on world tours. They all have sponsored instruments, that were just given to them because they play so well. So
what do you play?
I'm the vocalist.
Oh, you're the vocalist?
Yeah.
You're singing that?
Yeah, I'm the one with no talent.
What are you talking about?
I write the words and the songs, and I get stuff off my chest.
I hear you. Well, this is why I do the radio show.
Yeah.
It's nice, isn't it? Nice to be able to let loose, and like instead of bottling it up, you're able to write words and sing about it and things like that.
It's important. It's important for everybody to be able to express themselves somewhere. You're just gonna explode,
Exactly. You got to release it somehow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's awesome. It's Uncle Virus, and we're gonna play another song called Chasm, right? And what's that about?
Chasm. It's about saloon society. When I was young, I've always rode motorcycles, and there's like a whole underworld of just a whole society of bars and alcohol, and
I'm in that. What are you talking about?
But I mean, it's just that a lifestyle. And when I was younger, I kind of lived it a little bit, and before I decided to get responsible. But it's kind of a view into that world.
That's awesome, man. Well, I'm a part of that world, man. I'm sort of like, as you grow older, you sort of mellow out a little bit. You know what I mean? I've mellowed out a lot. I'm sure you have too. But yeah, those were the good days, man. Those were the good days.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun together, man. We always,
Definitely.
and I always liked working with you. You know what I mean? Some of the people I didn't really dig over there, but I always liked the salespeople. There's a lot of people. We're not going to name names here because you're still working with them.
Mm-hmm.
But all those cats, I remember, I never had one really negative thing about any of them. Actually, everybody was very cool.
I think, to be good at a job like sales, especially if you have long-term clients and stuff like that, you got to be a person that gets along with other people. You got to like people.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably has a little bit to do with it, because the clients have to like you.
Let me ask you a personal question. Okay,
Yeah.
I want you to be perfectly honest about it. Did anybody have a weird vibe towards me at the station? I mean, that you felt, that you knew about, or anything like that?
Not that I saw. Everybody liked you. So unless there was somebody above me that, in a different pay grade.
I heard there was somebody in a higher pay scale.
It could have been a higher pay, someone I didn't maybe associate with.
Why, I don't know. Yeah. Why that person didn't like me, I will never to this day understand that one bit. I just will not understand it. I have no idea. I busted my ass for that station. I stuck up for that person on the air, live with the Howard Stern show.
Mm-hmm.
I did a great job. I don't know. Maybe it was jealousy. Maybe because I was on the air and they weren't. And, I don't know. I don't really care at this point.
I'm curious now.
well, I'm going to take a break and then I'll tell you who I think it is.
All right.
I'll tell you who I know it is. That somebody told me that very well. Told me about this, which I was shocked. All right, it is Controlled Chaos. We'll be back with more right after this.
NBC Talk Radio, 1050 AM, KCAA.
Are you having trouble getting a good night's sleep? Is it affecting your work and personal life? Do you snore so loud that you rattle the walls? Well, South Pacific Sleep Lab can help you out. South Pacific Sleep Lab will provide you with a personal sleep study to help you find out how to get a great night of rest. Snoring, weight gain, health issues, and stress are some of the contributing factors for lack of sleep. South Pacific Sleep Lab will do a complete study, including evaluating you with an overnight study of your sleep patterns. With locations in Glendora, Anaheim, Encino, and Los Angeles, South Pacific Sleep Lab can provide you with the help you need 24 hours a day, 7 days a week by calling 310-999-1887 to schedule an appointment today. That's 310-999-1887. Start resting easy and sleeping sound today.
A superior nutritional supplement called Arbor Vitae has taken Australia by storm, and it's now available in the U.S. Arbor Vitae contains a unique combination of maritime pine bark, aloe vera, honey, and an enzyme from papaya seeds. This potent supplement was developed to impact inflammation in the human body. Arbor Vitae helps blood circulation and respiratory function. Its anti-inflammatory properties can also relieve minor muscle and joint pain. To order, log on to ARBORVITAEUS.com or phone 1-800-570-0433 and enter code KCAA at checkout to receive a 10% discount. Arbor Vitae is Mother Nature's helping hand. Order this unique supplement now. Call 1-800-570-0433 and mention that you heard it on KCAA to get a 10% discount.
Hey, this is comedian Mike Marino, and I want you guys to come to see my show live. Get some tickets at mikemarino.net. Log on to tour dates and find out when I'm going to be in your area. Also, watch my YouTube series, Marino 2016, as we transform the series into Hey Marino, only on my YouTube channel, which is Mike Marino Live on YouTube. You can log on to my Instagram and my Twitter at Mike Marino Live. I am Mike Marino, and I appreciate being on the Gary Garver Show every time I'm in the box on Controlled Chaos.
Are you,
Yeah, I'm with Howard.
yeah, what's your name?
Jeremy.
Gary.
Nice to meet you, Eddie.
You want
I
to
think
talk,
so.
you want to talk to him, or you
Can
have
I talk to you, or it's up to you, whatever.
Well, I got nothing to say, but you can ask me.
Can I ask you? Roth and Hagar was on the Howard show. They're doing that tour. What do you think of that?
What do you think?
Well, I think it's sort of. I don't know. I think it's sort of cold. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to think.
That's your answer?
What?
That's
Is
your
it?
answer. I don't think about it.
You don't think about
it? No.
Hey, can I say, what's your strategy for happiness?
Is there one?
I don't know. I just be happy.
There you go.
I'm answering my own question.
That's right. That's what I meant.
Who do you hate in show business?
Me. Who do you hate?
I don't know anybody.
I don't either.
What do you think about Rosie O'Donnell coming out of the closet?
I didn't know she had a closet.
Never
been to her house.
Why are so many Jews in the music business?
I don't know. Ask Howard.
And can I ask you one more?
What?
Have you ever done a black chick?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. You haven't?
Yeah, I have.
Then why are you asking me?
Just curious.
Oh.
Hey, what do you
Just people.
what do you think of Howard?
I don't think.
You don't think about it?
I don't think about anything. No.
How's your golf game going?
I don't think about it. I don't know. I'm just here being, having fun.
That's cool.
When I think I get my own way.
And your cancer's beat, huh?
I got a 100% clean bill of health.
I'm glad, man. You're the best, man. My ex-wife loves you, man.
Well, that's why she's your ex. No, I'm kidding.
Thanks, man.
Take care.
Gary Garver, Jew of the... what can we say that's not going to piss him off? Never mind.
All right, it is Control Chaos, KCAA 1050 AM, 106.5, 102.3 FM in the Inland Empire. I'm Gary Garver here with my good buddy. Haven't seen him in a long time. It's good to see you. Cal Saul.
Good to see you, Gary. That was great, man. Eddie Van Halen. He's cool. I love how he answered those questions.
I mean, what do you think? Remember those interviews, man? Were those crazy or what? When you guys heard those interviews?
Oh, they were amazing, dude. I mean, you had cojones of steel, dude, to get up and ask those questions.
Yeah, and by the way, the Stern Show wrote all those questions. I didn't write any of those things. I just asked them. But people don't know that basically the Stern Show wrote every one of those questions that I ever asked. I never went off the script and asked my own questions.
So did you ever get decked or anything by anyone?
Oh, of course. I got thrown out. I mean, out of maybe 400 or 500 events I went to, I got thrown out of probably 25% of them. Easy.
I mean, did somebody ever just a movie star or someone just haul off and attack you?
Well, I mean, James Gardner hit me in the balls with his cane one time.
That's classic.
Gary Busey took my mic off one time and was walking down the red carpet with it. Burt Reynolds did the same thing, grabbed my mic and took it off and started walking down the red carpet. Of course, I got it back. Brian from Mark and Brian took my mic off basically and threw it into the bushes about 50 feet. So yeah, every now and then I did there was a lot of confrontations at times, but I mean, a lot of security. I mean, I kept it pretty cool. Nobody wants to really screw with me. You know what I mean? Security sometimes would lay their hands on me. I say, don't touch me. I'll leave. All right, but don't touch me. I never like being touched by anybody. Just, if you, but I never I never got into a physical altercation with anybody on the red carpet. That's why when Howard flipped out on me and basically, because I used to create havoc on there every now and then, and he would play that stuff. He would play that stuff, and if the celebrities were cool to me, you know what I mean? Unless it was an A-list celebrity, anything under an A or maybe a B plus, they wouldn't play the interview if they were cool with me. It was always the ones that even the DFG celebrities, if they got pissed off and started hassling me or whatever, those are the ones that Howard used to like to play. So it was sort of I didn't know what I was like, sort of like, do I create havoc? Do I just be cool? What it was like weird because I knew what they wanted. They wanted confrontations, but to a certain extent, So it was strange. Anyways, it is what it is. It was a great run, and I had great memories. I'm very thankful for what I have now here at KCAA. I have independence and freedom. I love working for the station, and I'm very blessed to finish out my radio career on such a great note. I really feel that, and God bless you. And I'm glad that you're still working at a major market station. And maybe I will come down. You've invited me down there. Maybe I'll come down and see some of my old friends.
I'll give you the grand tour. And there's a lot of people still in the business that I want you to say hi to.
I think people will freak the F out if they see me, man. But that's okay. That would be cool. It'd be great to see some of these cats. And I really do have good memories, and I have no bad vibe towards anyone, whether you badmouth me or didn't like me. I don't. That's cool. That's on you.
Yeah, over the break you mentioned that somebody didn't like you, and I would be around that person a lot. I never heard him say anything bad about you.
Maybe it was just a rumor this person was trying to create havoc with me and that person, but I don't know. I don't really, listen, bygones be bygones. Listen, I've gone through so much in my life in the last few years that just, it doesn't even enter my realm of thinking. I pray for everybody's wellness and happiness and peace, man, and everybody. You know what I mean? I don't have any ill will towards anyone. And if you do, that's negative energy on you, and that's bad karma. So God bless them, and God bless you, man. I'm going to come down there. I will. 11:30. You're going to be on.
Cool.
Maui Sugar Mill in Tarzana this Saturday.
That's right.
Uncle Virus. I will definitely come down. I'll be down there about 11, and then I look forward to seeing you jamming and playing and music. And thanks for coming on the show, Cal.
Thank you, my man.
All right, let's play your song. This is out. This is called Chasm. Chasm is as opposed to spasm like me. I'm a spaz. Radio spaz with a Z. Anyways, God bless you. And if you want to check out anything from Uncle Virus, go on his Facebook. And also, I want to thank Dinah Stevens from Planned Parenthood. The Planned Parenthood Food Fair Los Angeles is happening a week from Thursday. Check it out, man. I mean, they got like over 150 vendors of food, wine, beer. It's fantastic. It really is a lot of fun. 213-284-3300, 213-284-3300. You guys have a great day. I'll be back manana here on Controlled Chaos. Yeah, yeah, it's Chasm. Yeah, yeah.
Nice to see you here, where you never see sunshine, baby, any time of the year. Hear the clouds black like lightning, see the boys scream and fighting, getting wasted, it's the right thing. Yeah. In the chasm, in the chasm, in the chasm, in the chasm. See the man in the corner with the medicine cup. He's always the white man children in the various cats. No good thing for pain and trouble. Get a black news from mama. Now when the frame my bloody heart, my teeth. In the chasm, in the chasm, in the chasm, in the chasm. Dirty looks and dirty women, serving us with bad intentions, living up their lives, take vengeance on the very soul. And the bones dead like lightning, see the boys scream and fighting, getting wasted and surviving. Yeah, in the chasm, in the chasm, in In the castle. In the castle. In the castle.
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and now 102.3 FM.
I'm Jessica Ettinger, CNBC.